Hello everyone, and I'm a disgusting piece of shipper. That's right, I don't know how I can live with myself. Okay, all jokes aside, I am indeed a shipper. My name is Looney, and I just simply love reading about, writing about, and observing romance in any form of fiction in any medium. Video games, movies, you know. I love to analyze romantic ships. Why a ship works, how a ship is written, why did the authors or writers choose this ship over maybe a possibility of another ship. You know, I love reading about that stuff. Why do I like analyzing romance or shipping? There's not really a big reason for it. The best reason I can give you is that shipping to me is fun. It's entertaining. And it's just something I enjoy. Everyone has some sort of aspect they love about fiction, and mine just so happens to be about shipping. I don't know, it just, when characters fall in love, or, you know, seeing how characters' relationship begins to grow as the story unfolds, it's something that really is delightful, and something that I really am interested in. Anyway, I'm getting a little sidetracked here. You don't care about any of that kind of stuff anyway, right? You're here because of what you saw in the latest Final Fantasy VII Rebirth trailer. The romantic scenes between Cloud and Aerith, almost as if the Square team was telling you, Clerith is real! Cloud and Aerith! So what does all this mean exactly? If you are a Clerith shipper, you are jumping for joy, celebrating, doing cartwheels over Midgard. Yes! If you're not, you're either worried or upset. I'm upset! Louder! I'm upset! About your favorite ship, or if you're not a fan of shipping at all. But I want to take a look at the trailer and all the other information Square made available to us to see if that was, you know, Square's intention, to showcase what they wanted to give you a hint of as we move closer and closer to the release of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Before we go on, I just want to say that this video will contain spoilers of the original Final Fantasy VII. If you have never played it or don't want to hear spoilers, this is now a warning to you. I will be talking about it, so yep, this is a warning. Okay, so let's start with the second half of what the trailer showcases. This trailer is known as the theme song trailer, right? It's basically a trailer just to showcase what the theme song is, and it's a very lovely, you know, song. It's a very lovely trailer. But what we see in this trailer is that we see Aerith singing on stage, acting out the Loveless play, or what seems to be like an extra scene? Maybe, possibly? We see her in a white dress along with Cloud, Barrett, and the rest of the company dressed as different characters of the play. The short summary of the play is basically just a princess, played by Aerith in this trailer, gets captured by the Demon King, played by Barrett, he looks dope as heck, and is being saved by the hero, who is being played by Cloud. The play is in the original game, and it seems Square is planning on bringing it over to Rebirth, which would make sense. I mean, why wouldn't you, right? Now, what exactly is the implication of this? Is Clerith the only ones who are able to acquire the scene? Here's the thing. The performance sequence was not actually in the original. It seems to be a new thing Square is adding into Rebirth. It's unknown right now whether the sequence will only be available with Aerith, or it could be available with Tifa, it could be available with Yuffie. We don't know yet. We only have video evidence of it being with Aerith, so we don't know yet. Golden Saucer is a very unique part of the game because of the many options you have throughout the area, and even go on dates with other characters in the game, such as Aerith, Tifa, Yuffie, or even Barrett, which, you know, if you didn't choose Barrett, then what is wrong with you? It's like the best choice. Come on, choose Barrett. Think of it as similar to how in Final Fantasy VII Remake, depending on your choices, depending on how many side missions you do, and you know which ones you do, you will have a conversation with a certain character in Aerith's Garden in Chapter 14 of the remake. Now, will it be the same in Rebirth? Well, here's why the answer is yes. Square released new information about Rebirth on their website that basically has two significant posts that determine that yes, your choices will matter in this game depending on which character you make choices with. The first thing was the bonds of friendship function, where it seemingly implies that throughout the game, you will make choices that deepen the relationship between your character of choice. The stronger your bond is with a character will most likely determine events that happen at the Golden Saucer. So if you deepen your bond with Aerith, for example, then you will get Golden Saucer date scenes with her instead of the other characters, and maybe even more scenes away from the Golden Saucer. The other post is about the play Loveless. According to Square, your choices will determine who stars as Princess Rosa. If your relationship is stronger with Aerith, then the play will feature Aerith as the princess. However, if you choose Tifa, then the character will be switched to Tifa instead, I would assume, considering, you know, what happens in the original. We might even get a chance to have Jessie play the starring role? I mean, look at her. It's Jessie. I don't know how they're going to do this, but that would be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. This is basically Square Enix taking something from the original game and giving the player choices, giving the player some more fun to do. And I understand that some people may not like this aspect of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, considering what it could imply for several, fans of the series. But I think it's a fun thing to do, and I enjoy it. I really do enjoy it because it's something that, I always believe that a player making a certain choice is fun, is a fun part of creative writing. Not all games, are suited for that. Some people don't like making bad choices and then seeing, characters die in some certain games. But it's always a fun thing to do. However, it does seem that according to Square, the script of the play would change depending on who the princess is, which tells me that the scenes we saw in the trailer were the Aerith scenes, meaning that the singing performance looks more like an Aerith exclusive scene. While it does appear to be the case, we won't know until we see more footage or when the game is finally released. I am inclined to believe that this may just be a Aerith only exclusive scene. And as we know from the original, the scene does change depending on who plays the princess. We see Tifa and Yuffie play the princess, and you are prompted with 3 choices, and each of the choices are different depending on who is playing the princess. Now, that doesn't mean much, but it could mean that this performance by Aerith that we see in the trailer is possibly the only character who gets his performance. I mean, who knows? Maybe we will see them sing a performance of this song in their own version. But the script is going to change, and that's according to Square Enix, which also happens in the original. So I think they might have different scenes that won't be a performance. I think Aerith's performance is like an exclusive thing that only she will get in Rebirth. So that'll be very interesting to see what happens with Tifa or Yuffie if you pick them. And I can't wait to try it out. I can't wait to see all of them, because that's one of the things I loved about Remake, was chapter 14, to see all these scenes depending on your choices. So this is going to be a lot of fun for me, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot of fun for a lot of people. It's going to be very interesting to see who people choose first, specifically the people who don't really care about the shipping preference, The trailer in itself definitely gives off more of a Clerith feel, but this doesn't mean it's going to be only option available to you, the player. Square's decision to go this route is very interesting if you're a Clerith shipper, or a shipper of another couple. That being said, the Golden Saucer sequence are not the end-all be-all in terms of the story and the characters' relationship. If you played the original, then you know what I mean. Now, of course, Square could be going in a different direction. After all, the final scene we see in the trailer is the scene where Aerith, well, I'm not going to say in case you don't want to know, but we don't know exactly how Square Enix is going to change or deviate from the story of the original game. As we've seen in Remake, there's a lot of stuff that's happening that's being changed while keeping some of the main plot points of the original around. So, could this mean that Aerith might be saved? Could this still mean that Aerith is going to die? We don't know yet, because now we see that seems to be 2 different Aeriths. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that scene plays out and how it might affect ships in general. That being said, who knows what route they'll go. It's one of the most anticipated event in Rebirth that's going to take place, because it's going to change how we perceive Part 3. Now, we could talk about the song that is played in the trailer, because this is the theme song for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. In the song, the lyrics talk about a promise about meeting someone again. Based on the context that we are seeing in the trailer, and only on the trailer, it has something to do with Aerith's promise and somebody returning to her. This most likely is a reference to Zack, just simply based off of what we know in the remake portion of Final Fantasy VII. The only promise I could think of that Aerith made with Cloud was the one during the chapter 14, is that, don't fall in love with her. And that's really it, really. I don't know if there's another promise that they made with each other in Remake. If someone else knows, I haven't played Remake in a long time, so if anyone else knows in the comments, let me know. But yeah, just based on Remake, it doesn't seem like there's something, unless we go into more in depth about, Aerith knowing the events of the original Final Fantasy VII. But if we disregard that, it's like, it doesn't seem like it's a reference to basically Cloud and Aerith, but more towards Zack and Aerith. But we won't know until the game comes out, so this is all just speculation at this point. However, if you're a Clerith shipper, I understand the joy you're feeling right now, why you feel so celebratory. But I have been a shipper for a long time. I have been burned by many ships because I maybe analyzed it wrong, or, you know, just really wanted a ship to win, but it eventually didn't because the author decided to go in a different direction. I'm still very cautious. I still don't, you know, fully go set sail into a ship unless it's a very specific ship. And, you know, anything can happen. Anything could happen, especially with the way that they are approaching, you know, remake, rebirth, and whatever the third game will be. If they're following a lot of the main story plot points of Final Fantasy VII, the original, then the idea of Clerith may still be in danger for Clerith shippers, while, you know, another ship could actually be in more advantageous state because of what happens later on in the story. At the end of the day, Square's decision to do this in the trailer was exciting for Clerith shippers, and understandable why they are, you know, excited. If you're not a Clerith shipper, you may feel a bit worried, but that's okay, because every info Square has released in regards to the relationship factor seems to be in line with the original, except maybe for the song. How it will play out in the end, we won't know until we get the game February 29th, which, by the way, is a week before my birthday. I mean, after my birthday. Yeah, that's it. Woo! Hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Hi, yeah, sorry about that. I just wanted to make a statement about certain things that have been happening over on Twitter in regards to Nojima-san, the creator and the creative director, the person who wrote the original script for Final Fantasy VII. There's been a lot of issues going around with this trailer, where it concerns that some fans are not particularly a big fan of this trailer because of how much it focuses on Aerith's relationship with Cloud. Well, for not the entire trailer, but for the most of the trailer, and it's getting a lot of negative reactions from a lot of people, specifically Tifa fans, if I'm not mistaken, Claudie fans. And I just want to make this statement saying that if you're a shipper, this is not the route you want to do, where you want to go ahead and post to the actual creator and, you know, call him a piece of shit and stuff like that, which has happened in recent days. So don't do that. That's really not cool. That is really bad. Don't do it. It's disrespectful. You don't know what's going to happen in Rebirth. You only see what is happening in the trailer. You're spontaneously getting angry over something that you probably don't need to get angry about. If you played the original, you know, you still have a lot of stuff to go through before anything is confirmed. We don't know exactly how anything of this will change, but don't go to Nojima to complain, to call him a piece of shit and all that stuff. It's not cool, so don't do that. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And please comment, like, and subscribe. So thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.